Do you encourage your athletes to use any massage tools? Theraguns, hypervolts, Compex, etc. What do you use?
Nothing. What do you use? I use like the hands of someone else. Yeah, no, just physiotherapy for me.
Yeah, I've used all these things.
Yeah.
So I did have a massage gun. In fact, I do still have a massage gun, and it's actually a really good massage gun. I think it's called the Theragun.
Theragun. I think that's
Theragun.
That's a popular one.
Yeah, I mean, it feels nice. It's smooth. It's really rigid. Sorry, not rigid. It's really what's the word? Doesn't feel like it's going to collapse when I put it on. Sturdy. The battery lasts a really, really long time.
You tested it?
I have, yes. And I'm still alive, and it's still alive.
Wow.
So I've tried all of them, to be honest. I've tried scrapers.
Yep.
I mean, I still have a box of mobility tools at home. Foam rollers, like rolling sticks, lacrosse balls.
Okay, yeah.
So foam roller. I actually get on the foam roller every morning just to try and open up my thoracic before I get into my cat cows.
Doesn't work.
Clearly doesn't work, but I'm keep doing it. So I think, I'm going to always probably hold on to these things and have them as a tool when I feel like I need them. But I think that's pretty much the answer to the question, is that like we should never be overly reliant on these things. Like a healthy functioning body shouldn't, I think, really need too much assistance in these things. I think a compromised body is going to really need these things to allow it to perform to a decent level. But I'm probably always going to lean towards different methodologies. Like, for example, if I can't get to a physiotherapist, then maybe like the Theragun is going to be a really good option to give me some form of release.
Well, something's better than nothing, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And I think a lot of the time it also, I guess it depends, like you said, on like what's happening with their bodies. But I know for our clients that have been working from home, I've got one of my clients specifically that I can think of that their hips are just extremely tight, and they know spending 10 minutes on a ball each day actually makes the world of difference. So I see the validity in it for sure. If they're not able to move around or do anything that they normally would because they're stuck to their desk, that's perfect. I don't know. Ant's really into like that sort of stuff. Like he really tries a lot of different recovery protocols and implements them. Like he'll get me to cup his back, and then he gets his like massage therapy. Then he has a Theragun. Then he has a scraper. Then he has a this. I think sometimes for him, like it is a case of like a placebo, and he like likes to think it works, and because of that, it does work,
and therefore it's worth doing.
And there it's worth, it's worth doing. And I think it's different. Like I'm someone who is quite fortunate with what I've been given. I'm not, super tight, or I don't really carry too many niggles and things. So like I get away with not doing as much. So it's really hard for me to actually answer that based on experience.
Well, as someone who hasn't been blessed with good genetics, there were periods of my life where I overly used this stuff way too much.
Yeah.
And actually probably in hindsight would have been much better off doing more specific things like learning how to use my body correctly. Engaging the correct muscles when doing exercises, working within active ranges versus range I didn't have. You got something?
I feel like I know my answer to what I would say to this person.
Yeah.
I guess, again, it's based on experience. Like I believe in what physiotherapists have done for me and for my clients. And my first line of action is normally to be like, look, just go and get a general checkup and see what's going on. That person will tell you what you should be doing so that it's the best bang for your buck with those sorts of things. Because they might be like, yeah, you need a trigger ball and this is what you need to do and it would be really good for you. The thing that you think you've been doing for X amount of time to actually doing nothing. I don't know. Maybe I just like having answers.
No, you're right. But I also think like if something's working for you, keep on doing it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And if something's working for you, keep on doing it. If it's not working for you, maybe it's time to question it or explore other avenues.